Hello, welcome. In this lesson, we'll be treating unit conversion. So let's go through the steps and then we get to solve questions on this. Now, the first step says know the conversion relationship, and we'll go through that. Now, the next one says place the units appropriately to avoid confusion or mistake when cancelling out because you're using chemistry style unit conversion. And the next one says ensure that the final unit, which will not be cancelled, is the desired unit. So let's go through the lesson and solve questions. So the first question says convert 6 weeks to month. So we have weeks and then we want to convert to month. Here, month is the desired unit and 6 weeks is what we are given. Now we know 6 weeks, right? But we don't know what it is equivalent to in 1 month. So let's put that down. Let's put down what we know. So we know from the question we have 6 weeks, right? 6 weeks, that's what we have. Now we want to go to month. So we are going to draw a fraction bar because we're using chemistry style unit conversion. So you just multiply, draw a fraction bar, then weeks will be under weeks here, and then months up here. Reason being because we want to end up in month. So that when we cancel out, you see that week and week cancel out, then month remains. Now the next step is you figure out the conversion relationship. So let me go back to this so that I can see this. Now, know the conversion relationship, right? Now, place the units appropriately to avoid confusion or mistake when cancelling out and then ensure. So we've done 2 and 3. Now, sorry I skipped the first one, but that's not a challenge. So let's do that together. What is the conversion relationship between weeks and months? So we know that 4 weeks is equivalent to 1 month. So 4 weeks make 1 month. So can that put that here? 4 weeks make 1 month. Such that let's solve. Solving, you can see that weeks will cancel out weeks because they are going to multiply. And then okay, let's multiply out if to make everything clear. So we have that 6. I'll still use this method. 6 weeks multiply by 1 month. So 6 times 1 is 6. Then weeks, months. I'm putting the unit now. See weeks, months, weeks, comma months. Then denominator will have only 4 weeks. So you see that weeks will cancel out here, and then you are left with what? 6 over 4. Then month remains. Month did not cancel out, such that 2 here is 3 and 2 here is 2. So we are left with 3 over 2 months. And that should be 3 divided by 2 should be 1.5, right? 1.5. 1.5 months. Okay. So let's get our on-screen calculator so that you can see for yourself. So here, 3 divided by 2 is 1.5 actually. Okay, so if you don't want to go through this process of multiplying them out, we can still solve here and then cancelling out the weeks. Weeks cancel out. We are left with what? 6 multiplied by 1 is 6. So we have 6 months all over 4 because we've cancelled that already. So these are just 2 different methods. You can use your preferred method. Then here, we can now divide. 6 divided by 4 gives us what? 1.5 or 3 over 2, 1.5, and we're still ending up with months. So we are correct. Let's solve the next question. The next question says we should convert 130 to dm, millimeters to dm. But now we have a conversion relationship. So some questions is going to give you a conversion relationship like this, while some other question will not give you a conversion relationship. Okay, the previous question we solve is more like something we are used to on everyday life. That is why there was no conversion relationship. But here, there was conversion relationship. But as a student, I think you need to be acquainted with this conversion relationship. So for the first one, question 3 says convert 130 to dm. So we are starting from 130 millimeter multiplied by, you put down your fraction bar, millimeter have to also stay here. But then let's check from millimeter to decimeter, we have to go through centimeter, so we cannot go direct. Therefore, we need centimeter here first, then we multiply again, draw another fraction bar, then centimeter comes down, and then finally decimeter, which is our goal. Now, sometimes you can have to draw this bar as much as 4, 5, 6 times, yes, until you get your desired goal. So let's continue. From here, how many, how many millimeters make 1 centimeter? So we know that 10 millimeters make 1 centimeter. And how many centimeters make 1 decimeter? 10 centimeters make 1 decimeter. We got every of this information from this table. So having said that, we can cancel out millimeter, cancel out centimeter, and then we are left with our goal, which is decimeter. So right here, let's multiply through. 130 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 1 gives us 130 decimeter all over 10 times 10 is 100. 100, right? 10 times 10 is 100. So I will say that we can cancel out. 0 cancel out 0 here. Then 13 divided by 10 is 1.3. So 1.3 decimeters. And that's just it. We are done. Just follow the rule and you definitely get the answer. So let's solve the next question. Next question says convert 75,000 decimeter to kilometer. So let's do that here. So we have 75,000 decimeter. So let's multiply and draw a fraction bar. So let's check from decimeter so I can find out the conversion relationship. From decimeter to kilometer is quite far. We have to first of all come to meter, right? Before we can go. So we need the decimeter here so that I can cancel out then meter on top, then multiply again, another fraction bar. So that meter comes down here and then kilometer stays up. So having said that, how many decimeter make 1 meter is right here. We have 10 decimeter make 1 meter. And then here, how many meters make 1 kilometer? We have 1,000 meters make 1 kilometer. So now we have put all these things down. We can now cancel out. Decimeter cancels out decimeter, meter cancels out meter, and we're left with kilometers. So from here, let's continue. We have 75,000 multiplied by 1 is just 75,000 because any value multiplied by 1 is just that same value. So all over 1,000 times 10 gives us 10,000. Okay, 10,000. So let's cancel out this 30. This 30 cancel out this 30. Okay, so we are left with 75 divided by 10 gives us 7.5 kilometer, and that's it. So 75,000 decimeter will give us 7.5 kilometer, and we are done. So it's simple. Same process is being repeated. Know the conversion relationship, place them appropriately, cancel out, and make sure you preserve the desired units, and you're done. So let's do this. Okay, a car travels 20 kilometers in 40 minutes. How far does it travel in 2 hours, 30 minutes? So this is like you bringing in some part of direct proportion, which was the previous lesson. Please make sure you go through that lesson and then come to this one. So a car travels 20 kilometers in 40 minutes. So if the car travels 20 kilometers in 40 minutes, so let's say in 40 minutes, this car travels 20 kilometers. So let's check in 1 minute how far does this car travel. Okay, so in 1 minute we have to, it simply means we have to divide both sides by 40. Please, if you've not gone through the previous lesson, this one might be very challenging for you. So let's do that together. Dividing both sides by 40 by 40, 40 cancel out. So in 1 minute, because 4 here is 1, 4 here is 1, so in 1 minute this is 0 0, and then 2 over 4 is same thing as 1 over 2, right? So 1 over 2, which is 0.5 kilometers. So 1 over 2, this is in 1 minute. So they're asking us how far does the car travel in 2 hours 30 minutes. So in 2 hours 30 minutes, so we have to convert these 2 hours to minutes first so that everything can be on minutes. We want to have a single unit. So remember right here, just a moment, right here we had 40 minutes. And here we are having hours. We need to convert this hour to minutes so that everything can be on minutes. This one is okay, it's already in minutes. So let's convert 2 hours to minutes. So let's do that here. 2 hours to, I want to use HR for hour, multiplied by, so right now it's as though we are going backward, but it's same thing. So we need hour here so they can cancel out, and then we need minutes up here because they can actually connect directly, because from seconds to minutes to hours, so hour and minutes connect directly. So we have 60 minutes make 1 hour. Please don't misplace the conversion relationship. So hour cancels hour, and then you have minutes. So 2 times 60 is 120 minutes, right? So that's 120 minutes. Okay, so we have 120 minutes plus 30, so we have a total of 150 minutes. That's the total of what we have here. So They are asking us how far does the car travel in 150 minutes, because I converted to minutes now. So what we'll simply do, we are going to multiply both sides of this by 150. So 150 multiplied by 1 minute is equal to 150 multiplied by 1 over 2 km. So here 150 gives us 150 minutes is equal to 150 divided by 2 gives us 75 km. So it simply means that in 150 minutes, this car can travel 75 km, and that's our final answer. Okay, I believe this is clear to you, but this particular question, if you know you find it confusing or challenging, please check out the lesson on direct proportion. The lesson on direct proportion is going to definitely guide you and help you. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Okay, let me just think about another way we can do this and see if it helps. So you know that 2 km is equal to 40 minutes, right? So it means that, okay, 20 km, sorry. So 20 km is equal to 40 minutes. If you add another 20 km to it, okay, so okay, 20 km is equal to 40 minutes. It means that 10 km, this one is kind of try and error method. 10 km is equal to what? 20 minutes. And then 5 km is equal to 10 minutes. This is not the best method actually. So what you have to do is that since we have 150 minutes, you can check. If you times this by 2, it gives you what? So this times 2 is 80, okay, 80 minutes, right? So 80 minutes is equal to 80 minutes. And 80 minutes is equivalent to what? It's equivalent to 40 km. So if we add another 40 here, another 40 here, okay, another 40 minutes here will give you 100 and so 80. Okay, let's do 80. I'm checking if I can add this up to 150. So I want to add 40. 80 plus 40 gives us 0 here, and this is giving us 12. So if we have 40, another 40 minutes, that's 120. Now we're going to add another 20 here, which is what? 60. So we have, for 120, we'll have 60 km. Okay, so this is 120. Let's add what? 10. We are at 120, so we are very close to 150 now. Just follow me closely. I know this might be confusing because this is more like a try and error method. The ID method was the one we used previously. So let's add 10 km here. If we add 10 kilometers here, it means we're going to add 20 meters, 20 minutes. So add another 20 minutes, we have 140 minutes. Then we have what? We have 70 km. I don't know if it makes sense to you now. Then for us to get the last one, which is just 10 minutes, then if we do plus 10, let me continue here. You have plus 10 gives us 150 minutes. And then because it's 10 we added, we have to just only add 5. So that will also give us 75 km. I know this might be complex, but go through it again, go through the previous lesson. I'm telling you, it's not as difficult as you think. Now, finally, the last question. Okay, so let's do this together. The question says, Mr. Ayanfe received $500 from his son who resides at New York. How much did he get in naira if the exchange rate was $3 for 18 naira? Now, this exchange rate is your conversion relationship. So you're going to start from what we know and then we'll continue. So Mr. Ayanfe receives $500. That is the known. Now, our units in money usually stay behind, not before, unlike in units. Okay, unlike in conventional units. So multiply by, we need dollar down here, and then we need naira up here now, because obviously we are going for naira. So they say the conversion relationship here because they're going to give you this one. Yes, they're going to give you this one. This one says $3 for what? 18 naira, right? So that dollar can cancel dollar. Now, I know dollar should be here actually, but that should not confuse you. Hope you understand the whole step. Okay, so what we have to do now is that now we have cancelled out. So we can now simply have 500. We can have 500 multiplied by 18, and we'll keep our units naira and then all over 3. So let's get our on-screen calculator. 100 multiplied by 18 is equal to 9,000, then divided by 3, that's 3,000. So that's 3,000 in naira. Okay, so we had 3,000 in naira. Okay, you can actually cancel out with that calculator. 3 here is 1, then 3 here. Actually, we're not skipping something. 3 here should be 6. Let's check. 500, okay, multiplied by 18. Just checking again. Divided by 3. Okay, 3000. And then 18 divided by 3 is 6. Then 6 multiplied by 500. Okay, not 5000. It's 3. Correct. So having said that, you may need to go through the lesson again to make sure you understand. I know this can be very challenging or complex at first, but over time you get used to it. So go through it again, check out the lesson on direct proportion, and then you come back to this. So having said that, have a nice time and join us some other time. God bless.